For 7 days, Marcus Cole cleaned their floors. He scrubbed their bathrooms. He emptied their trash. He listened. They called him slow. They called him worthless. One manager called him trash. He had no idea. He owned every inch of that building. Marcus Cole was 38 years old. He had built Sterling Dynamics from nothing. A $2.4 billion company, 400 employees, 12 floors of downtown Chicago. He had everything. But something felt wrong. 3 departments had failed audits in 6 months. Turnover was up 40%. His best employees kept quitting. Nobody could explain why. HR gave him reports. Managers gave him excuses. His board gave him deadlines. Marcus made a decision nobody expected. He would go in himself. Not as the CEO. Not as Marcus Cole. As Robert. Robert, the new janitor. He started on a Monday. He had no idea what he was about to find. Day 1 was quiet. Marcus pushed his cart through the 4th floor. Head down. Invisible. That is what janitors are. Invisible. People talked around him like he was not there. That is when he first heard her name. Diana Walsh, Director of Operations, 12-year employee, his most trusted manager. He heard her voice before he saw her. Get the new guy to do it. He looks desperate. Marcus said nothing. He kept mopping. He was listening. Day 2. Floor 6. He heard something different. Diana was on the phone. Door cracked open. He does not know. He never comes down here. A pause. Just process it through the vendor account. Same as before. Marcus stood completely still. Same as before. Diana Walsh had been with Sterling Dynamics since the beginning. Marcus had promoted her himself, trusted her himself, defended her himself twice to the board. They were not just colleagues. He had considered her a friend. Day 3. Marcus found something behind the 4th floor supply closet. A printed invoice. Vendor name. Apex Resource Group. He had never heard of Apex Resource Group. He took a photo with his personal phone. Said nothing. Kept cleaning. That night, in his penthouse apartment, Marcus ran the vendor name through the company database. Apex Resource Group did not exist. It was a ghost company. Registered 6 months ago. Receiving payments. 31 payments. $2.3 million. Marcus sat in the dark for a long time. 10 years ago, Diana had come to him with nothing. Fresh out of a bad divorce. 2 kids. Starting over. Marcus had taken a chance on her. He gave her the operations director role. a role most thought she was not ready for. She had cried in his office that day, told him he was changing her life. And now, she was stealing from him. Not just money. She was stealing from the 400 people whose salaries depended on this company. Marcus did not sleep that night. Day 4. Marcus arrived early. He needed to understand something. Was Diana working alone? He positioned himself near the main conference room. 8 a.m. meeting. 7 managers, including Diana. She walked in confident. Expensive blazer. Perfect posture. She did not notice the janitor near the water station. The meeting started. Budget cuts were discussed. 3 entry-level employees were named. They were being let go. Budget cuts. While $2.3 million disappeared into a ghost account. Marcus felt something shift inside him. Not just anger, something colder. Day 5. Thursday. Marcus was in the hallway outside HR. Mopping. Invisible. He heard voices through the door. Diana. And someone from HR. James has been here 12 years. His kids are in college. Diana's voice was flat. He is expensive. Frame it as performance issues. Let him go Friday. James Torres. Floor 7. 12 years at Sterling Dynamics. Marcus knew James. James had once worked through a snowstorm to finish a client report. Marcus had personally given him a bonus that year. And now, Diana was ending his career. To protect her own bonus, while stealing millions. Marcus walked to the supply closet, closed the door. He stood alone in the dark for 3 minutes. Then he pulled out his phone. He called his lawyer. It was time. Marcus spent Friday morning doing something unusual. He was back in the building as Robert the janitor. One last day. He needed Diana to show herself completely. At 10 a.m., he pushed his cart past her office. She stopped him. Hey, you. New guy. Marcus looked up. Executive suite needs cleaning. The real CEO is visiting Monday. She leaned closer. Do not touch anything on the desk. Do not be slow. And for God's sake, do not look like you belong here. Marcus looked at her for exactly 3 seconds. Understood. He turned and walked toward the elevator. The executive suite she was sending him to clean was his own office. Monday morning. Marcus arrived at Sterling Dynamics. Not through the parking garage. Not with a mop cart. Through the main entrance. Black suit. No tie. Calm. The lobby receptionist stood immediately. Mr. Cole. Good morning, sir. Diana was stepping off the elevator. She froze. Robert the janitor. Was Marcus Cole. 9 a.m. All hands meeting. Every manager on every floor. Diana sat at the table, hands in her lap, face unreadable. Marcus stood at the head. Last week, I spent 7 days in this building as an employee. Not as the CEO. As someone invisible. I watched how this company actually runs. I heard what gets said when leadership is not watching. He opened a folder. Apex Resource Group. 31 payments. $2.3 million. Transferred over 18 months. Diana, would you like to explain? Diana said nothing. Her face went pale. She reached for her phone. Marcus nodded to the door. 2 investigators walked in. They had been waiting since 7 a.m. Diana stood. Her voice cracked. Marcus, we can talk about this privately. I made mistakes, I know that, but everything I did was for this company. Marcus looked at her for a long moment. James Torres. 12 years. You were ending his career Friday. To protect your own bonus. That is not a mistake, Diana. That is a choice. Diana sat down slowly. She did not speak again. At 11 a.m., Marcus walked to floor 7. James Torres was clearing his desk. He had received his termination notice Friday. Marcus stopped in the doorway. James. James turned. Pack that back up. You are being promoted to Director of Operations. James stood completely still. He did not know what to say. Marcus shook his hand. You stayed through the storm. You always have. 6 weeks later, Diana Walsh was formally charged. Wire fraud. Breach of fiduciary duty. The ghost company was dissolved. The money, most of it recovered. Her career, her reputation, gone. The 3 employees she had flagged for termination kept their jobs. Every single one. Justice, when it comes, is rarely loud. It just arrives. And it is always right on time. After everything settled, Marcus gave one interview. One reporter asked him, was it worth it? The 7 days. The pain of seeing someone you trusted do that. Marcus thought for a moment. Betrayal does not destroy you. Staying blind to it does. The moment you decide to see clearly, everything changes. He mentioned one book that shifted his perspective during those 7 days. It helped him understand why people betray those who trust them most. If you are going through something like this, link is below. It helped him. It might help you too. Marcus Cole went back to work. Same office. Same building. New eyes. He had learned something that no board meeting ever taught him. The most dangerous person in any room is the one everyone has stopped watching. And the most powerful. The one no one ever saw coming. He survived the betrayal. But what happened when she tried to come back? Watch this next.